I guess this is what the Rogue Company patch notes show or update show for season 3. That brings what's her name, Runway, to the game. Let's make ourselves a little smaller. This is kind of my reaction to it. We'll see how this goes.
What is weapon mastery? Weapon mastery is what you're looking at the future of Rogue Company.
Yep. And look, you can see the weapons list here. So why don't we jump into maybe assault rifles? We'll get our first look at some of the things that you can see there. So here's our list of assault rifles, Scott. Now, if I say click on the
I think it's crazy.
30 there.
It's been a year. This game's been out for a year almost.
Yeah, so
it's kind of crazy to me that this is just now coming out.
Assault rifles, you have all these other elements. So when you click on a weapon, by default, you will have one milestone unlocked.
What's up, Sai?
Right, and so that's in the bottom left. And so that milestone, that's your achievement. When you complete that, you are gaining mastery points for that individual weapon. So unlike Rogue Mastery, where all you have to do is kind of play the game, it's all time-based, we wanted this to actually show your proficiency with the weapon. So it's all challenge-based. So once you unlock that
your proficiency with a weapon, but then it says down 10 enemies.
Count up, and then you're going to start to
I would say like headshots or something that actually shows proficiency.
Weapons
maybe
by
that's
default
later mastery levels.
Endless levels.
Right.
But the one that we're all excited about is getting to level 5, but we'll talk about that later.
Right. And so
talk about it now, Scott. I don't want to talk about it later.
Every sniper rifle, similar menu to this. Yep. Every gun in the game will have a mastery level. So we can jump back out of this menu here. And so say I complete all of the milestones for the HRM 30.
Yep.
And then I complete all the milestones for the rest of the assault rifles. What does that mean?
So that's actually going to add to your overall class mastery, which we can get in there into a second because Brad actually did a really good job. So Brad, go back into the Harm 30K real quick. So here's what you're working for. These are the rewards. This is the stuff that the art team has done an incredible job of delivering. So when you click in here, these are your different mastery levels. So we have 5 rewards for the weapons. And at the base level, when you unlock mastery level 1, you're going to get this maze wrap. You're also going to get some progress to your legendary milestone, and then you're also gaining class mastery. So this is what we were talking about a little bit earlier, right? When you complete when you complete challenges for a specific weapon, that ties into the overall class mastery, and that ties into the overall weapons master, which has this incredible reward inside.
This is so confusing.
Fully reactive.
I don't know. To me, if I was somebody new coming to this,
Brad, go ahead and click on 2.
Look at how many menus I have to go through. Like, where am I right now?
You're going to get this weapon wrap. It's the Labyrinth. It looks great on a lot of guns. Now, every single weapon gets the same rewards. Okay,
so these are free unlocks. So that's positive. That's a good thing. Free unlocks.
Get a fully customized set. Now go to level 3. And each one gets a little bit more.
So this is just for this guy.
Labyrinth to Mirage. It's
so Mirage, right? And so same
Holy
thing.
Nuts,
now you get a little bit more class mastery.
Turn that down a little bit. My bad. Sorry, headphone users.
We just love how this looks inside of the lighting. And now here's the big one. Here's the big one. Level 5. This is where the system starts adding a lot of depth and meaning and mastery to Rogue Company. So when you get to
does it actually have effects though?
Quicksilver wrap, animated. Looks great.
I mean, it's animated,
then
but it.
You also unlock.
I thought on their
banner for the individual weapon.
Okay.
Then you get the mastery kill feed colors. So when you see this,
whoa, bro! You telling me I'm gonna have a gold ass gun in the kill feed?
That's why, right?
He means business. He means business. Or she. Then here's the big piece. Okay. When you get to level 5 of a weapon, you unlock this weapon. All rogues who have this weapon class. Now, what does that mean?
We'll see how this goes. I don't know.
A little semantic-y inside of here, you know? If a character has assault rifles, so the Harm 30K, so when you get to level 5,
can't believe they actually went through with this. It's kind of crazy. Almost all the feedback that I got when I posted on YouTube about this months and months and months ago, this was probably back in April, was that people did not want this.
Which rogues would have access to this weapon when you unlock it?
They had something super unique with Rogue Company, with like the characters and the specific weapons and stuff, and they're like going away from it.
Unlock the 24S. Who could I use that on? Oh, I get to use that on Scorch.
They want to do global perks, global weapons. It's kind of like losing its, to me,
And it does look,
They're going down the exact same path as what they did with Realm Royale, where they tried to copy, at the time it was Fortnite, but now this feels like they're trying to copy Valorant, where anyone can buy anything. There's like a small little obstacle, which is weapon mastery, but...
Any of these by chance on any of them? Did you do it on the Riptide? Oh, you're so good to me.
There you go.
So, these are the base levels of all of these achievements. And
okay. So you have to down 10 enemies, while aiming down sight, and then deal 250 headshot damage? Down one enemy hit by your ability or gadgets? Also, those aren't even challenges.
Class mastery, which contributes to your overall weapon mastery. And
you could literally
that skin looks so good.
do all of those 4 in one match.
Class mastery
One match. You could down 10 enemies, down 10 more enemies, just ADS.
On all the assault rifles.
That's crazy. So you're telling me
assault rifle rewards you're gonna get. My goodness.
Yeah,
I'm nervous. Those were difficult challenges. And
that's bright.
So I'm not sure I'm ever gonna get the Midas, but if you
reactive,
you'll be surprised.
Wrap charges when fired.
Yeah, it might be, but the Midas looks mighty good up there.
What's the 50?
You know what? That's enough.
Okay,
that
0.
alone is enough to make me probably grind
50.
out a lot of these AR challenges.
100. Just hurts my eyes a little more.
You got a banner and a title as well.
I mean, that's kind of cool, honestly. If it has some effects to it, finally.
To show your proficiency.
It's kind of cool.
Brad, do me a favor. Go check out the 24S with the Midas wrap on there.
24S? Why? Because you're gonna see a bunch of Lancers running around with this thing.
You know, you can just kind of.
I bet the 24S is the first one unlocked.
I can see it now. I can see a Lancer.
Oh yeah.
Gunning me down with this rep on.
The best part is when you have when you're at this point, most likely, you know that SMG is used on.
So it's gonna be really easy to unlock that.
Here, which
like, if I'm understanding this correct, you could get that in one game. Basically.
This is reactive. Meaning when you
this is SMG's mastery, so you have to. Okay. So you have to get all the weapons in that class.
And Brad's going to be able to demonstrate us here, I believe. I think he's got it.
Honestly, I'm not a little disappointed. I'm quite disappointed in the
amazing, I imagine. So it's almost
challenges.
Right?
The challenges are just they're not challenges, man. They're just progression.
Maybe it's a reverse critical.
Like, make it like get 2 double kills, or like get a full team wipe without getting downed or something, you know? Like, make it actually a challenge. But this is just progression.
And so then you master the assault rifle class.
Get some kills.
What happens down here towards the bottom? I see weapons master.
Aim down sight.
Yep. Brad, 0% unlocked, but I imagine as you...
All right, this was the one that I saw in the patch notes, but I didn't read the patch notes.
Now, this is the Nova Legendary Wrap. So yes, you get the title. Yes, you get this incredible weapons master.
I can barely see that.
But this Legendary Wrap
everything.
is fully reactive, and it changes throughout the match. It
this
has
is once you unlock
stages,
everything.
Right? So it starts off, and it's a little base, and then you get the electricity built up, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And
all right.
Amazing on every gun. Now, to be clear, this works on every single.
It's all free.
When you want.
It's all free stuff.
Right? So this is your pistols.
It's cool. You get some cool free stuff.
This is everything.
Next update, nerf the blindness of the weapon wraps.
Probably the coolest part of all of it is that as soon as you get to the weapons master, you just know that you're so fully kitted out.
Apex Legends copy. I mean, all the games.
It's like your parents picking out your clothes. You know,
a lot of games now have stuff like this. Call of Duty, Apex, Fortnite, everything's got this stuff now. Yo, D's. What's up, dude?
I imagine you're going to be running around with that pretty early on here in this one. And Ultimate Weapons Master, I can't think of a better title to slap on there after getting all the milestones done, and then the.
It'd be cooler if that was animated.
Unique and probably worth mentioning. If you go back to the weapon class menu here, you know it's not only limited to.
Man, I hope their patch notes show is another 30, 45 hour-long thing.
SMGs, melee, and gadget are also going to have some things you have to work towards.
Everyone will have this shit in a week.
So I think that adds a little extra spice into it. You got to get in there with the melee weapons and gadgets and things like that.
All right, so here,
I'm curious. So down enemies.
Down an enemy with a swing? That's a challenge?
Looks like you get skins for your baseball bats and all that sort of stuff as well. So you got to include.
That's not a challenge. Okay, here we go. Down 2 enemies with a swing in a single life one time.
That unlike.
I mean, that's a little harder. Deal 250 damage?
Pistols actually don't unlock globally for all the other characters.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about
what about
running around
throwing the thing? Maybe that was the last challenge. I didn't read the last challenge.
A shield or an executioner and a shield, right? It gets a little bit too strong inside of there. And the same thing with melee weapons. Melee weapons do not unlock globally for all the different characters when you get there. And the final piece,
Melee weapons don't unlock globally?
Brad
Okay,
showing
so it's
off
just
right now,
primaries?
is when you have completed, when you have unlocked a weapon at level 5, you actually have the ability to go into an individual rogue and set it as your favorite weapon. So if I'm an Anvil player and I really like the SKL-6, well, I can just favorite it.
At least it's not like
then it's gonna
you
be
can just
my
use
default
a
weapon that I see in my
AR as Anvil. You have to stick to like LMGs and shotguns.
Visualizing more specifically what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, go ahead and click on swap.
anyone who
I mean,
can
this is just
equip
going to
an
take the
LMG will have
diversity
the
of
option
weapons and
shotguns as
rogues
well.
and
So
make
I
them
think
all more
that was a really
similar.
awesome
I mean, they're going to have
way
to start
of
balancing everything to just be
things
very
there. So
similar.
weapon mastery, the big change getting added in here in the runway update. Any kind of final thoughts on weapon mastery? Anything that I did a poor job of,
No, you
of
did
segueing
incredible.
us into?
I don't know. I liked
There would be,
the
system.
difference
The friends of pretty
across
hair
rogues and stuff,
shine
but
very strong, sir. No, I think you did.
it was unique.
That's right.
It
Well,
was
I
at
think
least
we're gonna
unique.
Get in game and we'll
New
actually
shooting
be able to
range?
see
Yeah, it
how
looks like
the,
it. I think they did mention
the
that.
favorite system works there with weapon mastery. I always loved
There was
the
like a
walk-in. I gotta
climbing
say,
wall
from
and
day number
stuff
one,
now.
Yeah,
Playing Rogue
you're
Company.
walking. You're a
Big
walking kind of guy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And here's the thing. And I've prefaced this entire conversation with how
It's like a gym.
average I am at shooter games. You feel great for a moment. You're walking in. You're feeling good. You're geared up, and then I get blasted by a guy
Whoa.
with the ultimate weapon master title, and
What's going on in here?
I'm sad there. for a
Also,
little bit.
surprise, new shooting
roof.
range. What up? It's awesome.
Messes with my head.
We do love that. So new shooting range is being added in here as well.
Yep.
Some yardages, and this will be a good opportunity for players to practice the weapon mastery,
Where were
the
they
shots here
did that?
with that. All right, so we're not
What's up,
going
Kumar?
to show any of this in game.
Yeah, that's in the patch. Yeah.
They're like having a side conversation about what they can show in their
Okay.
patch notes update show right now?
Yeah.
All right, how do you want me to segue this?
It's in.
Okay, are we going to go into this screen right here?
We should
What's going on?
do that, and then let's do the reveal.
I don't even think these are live shows. I think they're
Okay.
pre-recorded.
Dylan.
It's a good thing you noticed it. I was just going to roll right on through.
Trust Brad.
What is
Andy,
going on? What is this?
As you should. You should just do that.
Can I like have chat on the screen here? 2,207 people watching this. A nice hot black screen. We're getting trolled.
All right, so now we get
Hey!
an opportunity to jump in game, look at the weapon menu, and you can see kind of the swap icon there. And I imagine
We want
that's
nice
where
hair
you're
back?
gonna get
Pretty
to make
hair?
the changes in the weapon mastery department when you.
I don't
get
even remember the new
when you get
guy's
more
name. That's
LMGs,
bad.
More shotguns, things like that.
Yeah, so this is technically.
I'm bad
if
with
you
names,
shop-
so.
If you could just hit back real quick for me.
Is this
You
Rogue
can see that
Mastery coming this
every-
update?
when you're on this default screen,
Weapon
as you
Mastery?
unlock more
Seems like it,
weapons,
yeah.
You get to see how many of each category are available to you.
Oh, right.
And so you see that you have one shotgun available, one LMG. And so when you hit swap, go ahead and click into swap. Now you're getting to see all of the other weapons that you can have access to if you unlock them.
Yep.
And they're locked for a reason because you can't equip them, but that is how you would go ahead and switch through. Now, from our previous season, our buy one, get one system still works the exact same way. If you unlock every single assault rifle and you buy the KA-30 and you fully upgrade it, and now all of a sudden you want to just swap to the Harm 30K,
Hit that swap button.
and free of charge. Same thing happens when
Hit
you
that
swap
sub
between
button.
individual weapons.
It's just that easy. You
Got
just click
so
it.
The fluidity of the game, at least in that department, continues.
Yep.
And so I'm very excited and intrigued on how the different weapon of the same class will start to change some of the meta and the gameplay around some of these certain rogues.
I don't know. We'll
So,
see, man. We'll
I
see.
believe now we're going to get to take a
Hit that
peek at
Amazon Prime
another
button as
new
well.
Edition,
Link your Twitch Prime
Challenge
account.
Edition, maybe.
What
a
in the
new
nuts is
shooting
happening?
range here
That's
in
right.
Rogue Company in the Runway update, and it looks good.
Yeah, for some of us online have already seen this from the ArtStation dump that the Rogue Company art team has done.
I feel
but
like it's like-
this is the brand new shooting range.
Cool.
This is the Rogue Company training.
It's the exact
facility.
same thing.
It's full. Of
It's the same
world building,
shooting
there's
range. They
some
just like
basketball,
changed the art, added some stuff
and
to
this
it.
is just one of those tiny additions that really just shows how much.
Can I
the
change
environment
rogues?
Team led by Dan Brown and Matt Zemere care. You know, like we
Absolutely.
put a lot of effort into really getting the personality of Rogue Company and our universe into here.
Wow, and that's actually super unique. So the zip line over the top that that Brad just took there, you can work on some of your accuracy while
Oh, it's giving you the wrong patch notes.
And we got
I should probably just disable
the
it.
rogues running around on the top.
Oh, I can't really disable it.
So it's and to your point there, Scott.
Yep.
Very clearly, a lot of.
All right, let me
went into
try.
this.
Let me
You wanna
try to
make sure
disable
that
it.
you
Hold on.
practice your ass. An awesome
I don't know why
change.
they're spending so much time on this.
Very excited to watch players get into game. Nervous though.
Is this
again,
live on
about,
PTS yet? No,
the
it might be
upgrade
tomorrow.
in
How many people are
But you
watching?
can see it
2207 still.
There's a sign in here that's really funny. That just just
We'll
be
leave
on
it
the
as an
lookout
Easter
for
egg.
Easter eggs.
It'll be an Easter egg.
Easter
There you
egg
go. So
in the shooting range confirmed.
looks incredible.
Very good.
The player's going to get to jump in, get their hands on it, and
Yeah.
practice with those weapons, improve that weapon mastery in the new weapon mastery. So
Okay,
it all
I
works
missed it.
together.
Did they
All
mention
works
at all
out.
that you can
You
change
did so
rogues
well.
in the
Yeah,
shooting
we're
range?
starting.
I'm learning quick.
Did anyone hear that?
Don't you worry over there, Scott. All right. So the big change, weapon mastery, we fleshed that out. We've discussed it. I'm sure people will be tweeting at you. I see you interacting on Twitter constantly. If you have any more questions, just flood him with everything.
All right.
Sorry, I'm
I didn't think so.
That
was kinda like-
That
was kind of the main thing that I would have liked to have seen.
So now we
Not
get back to a little bit more
all
tried
the
and true.
pretty
Got some
stuff. I
cosmetics.
want,
Bring on
look
the
at.
skins.
And the skins, look, you talk about the environment team, you talk about the animation, the art, everything around, it just all looks so good. And so the first
It's
thing
all
we're gonna
about
get to
it. All
look at
looks
is a
so
new
good.
industrial
It all
skin.
looks so good. I want it to
Empress.
function,
It's
man.
our first,
This game's been out for a
true,
year,
if
dude.
you will.
Okay.
It's the first real skin for her.
And it
you know?
looks good, doesn't it?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
more skins.
My goodness.
I love the detail
amount of
work.
I was gonna say the amount of the individual specific detail work that looks like that did go into this skin. I don't think can be understated. It looks absolutely incredible. All the jewelry and everything.
Yeah, the material work
Yep.
is just very well done.
Man, the Rogue Company art team just keeps killing it, huh?
Kenzie Lamar over there, really leading those guys and girls to a strong showing every single patch.
They must have 80% graphic designers and 20% actual programmers.
Absolutely.
And the teams. Yeah.
And
I don't
lucky for
know,
us,
man.
That's only the
Yeah.
first thing we have to look at here, or get to look at here.
We're gonna get.
It's frustrating.
Oh,
It's very
wait, that's not
frustrating.
time yet. We're not talking about the new road yet.
Because I feel like they get the feedback that they need, that
Yeah,
they
well, I
want
already teased,
people want the
teased
game to
name of the
do
new Rogue at least
function
7
and
times as far as the update show goes. So yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Weapon Mastery adds some stuff.
Oh, Wave Runner. I've never seen anyone not smile on a Wave Runner. Let's take a look at the next skin that's being.
That
tossed
adds
into
some
the
more
game
free
here.
stuff.
New Switchblade skin. This one looks awesome as
Something to
well.
grind
Pop
for. It's not even a grind though, dude. It's like
Oh, what was the joke? The Andy Warhol.
it's not even a
joke earlier
grind.
on.
You
There's
just
no
have to
soup
complete
cans
like
on this
4 or
one, but
5 challenges,
great
which you
looking
can all
skin.
do
Oh,
in
and
one
it's a
match or
bundle.
2
You
matches.
get the weapon
Sometimes
wraps as well.
jokes are really only good the first time, you know.
I mean, free
Yeah,
stuff
that's
is
right. When I
nice,
said it off
but
camera, and it
I'm not
really
saying
hit
that
them.
that applies to your joke.
Everyone was laughing when I said it the
Yeah,
first
a
time.
bundle.
They came in, they were clapping, and it,
$30
started a
bucks.
little flat this time. But this is the Pop Art Switchblade bundle, so you're gonna get the weapon skins.
$30.
And it moves around a little bit. I like
Yeah.
that.
A little bit of animation.
why didn't they animate the pants? Animate the pants.
Switchblade. Super fun.
Yep. Super cool looking skin there as well. All right, so the fun is not over. Not yet. So we got another skin that we're going to get to take a look at.
That's a lot of rogue bucks, yeah.
Here. I believe.
Animate the pants. Maybe that's next
Should
patch.
be getting ahead of myself here. Mac Field Operative is the next skin that we're going to take a look
Is it
at.
animated?
Talk a little bit about. And if it's anything like the previous art that we've seen up to this point, I imagine it's going to look absolutely amazing. And it is. Oh,
Look at him.
1 for 1 is me. My goodness, the guns on this guy.
Hey, it's like your spirit animal.
Bro, I
That's
get
right.
You need a. Can you grow a beard? Like
I
that?
can.
I mean, it
actually
looks
shaved
cool,
not long ago.
but
What does that mean?
I just
This is, so I have a trimmer, and that was like, I trimmed maybe 2 days ago down to this. To get to your status, I'm
Say 5 hours and see what happens.
3 weeks. 3 years until I
they
get
showed a
to
skin that's not even
Scruff.
added to the files yet.
That
Did
was
they?
Field
It's a
Operative.
pretty
The
average beard
that one that we just saw.
No, Scruff is all the rage nowadays.
It's not.
Rogue Company
Field-
slash Battlefield. They want you back.
Has some of that, so make sure to take a look
It
at that.
does. The skin does. The first thing I thought when I saw that Max skin was Call of Duty. Actually,
as well.
I didn't want to
These are
say it,
always my
but since
favorite
you
skins,
did,
and the rare chance I do end up
yeah, I haven't
getting
seen the
killed,
Max skin either, Kumar.
taunting my enemy
And I still
in unique ways is always a fun
keep
way.
track on
Yeah,
what's going on
It's
over on your Twitter.
camaraderie.
That's right. You do it with your play, but I do it in the you took an L emote.
Oh,
And that's
those-
just such a classic, isn't it? Just throw
It
up the old
is.
L on the forehead.
Bro.
You need one, and feels bad when it happens to you. Team spirit as well. Something about the pom-poms adds a little extra disrespect, and I think that's a good thing.
That is the best.
I mean, I guess they gotta string everybody along
like Fixer and
to the very end. They really want people to watch their whole stream and their whole thing, but
What you gonna do here?
dude, I want to know balance changes. I want to know bug fixes. I want to know stuff like that.
Absolutely not. No.
No, you didn't.
I wish.
I wish.
I would look really good doing it. Don't get it twisted. You know
No,
what
I
mean?
imagine you would, which is why I assumed that was you, and I almost saw your fluidity in the emote there. All right, so a few new emotes.
They do say I'm nimble like a cat.
Did they say that?
Kitty cat. Yeah.
Who says that?
Someone.
Someone says it. Someone out there has said it. I'll echo that.
It'll come.
It will. So 3 new emotes that you're gonna get to look at there. Team
Okay.
Spirit, you took the L, and Vogue
All right.
Drop, modeled officially by none
Next.
other than
I
Scott
feel like
Cody,
such a
and that's
dick,
confirmed
but
here
I don't
by-
wanna.
and-
I want.
Alright,
I
so
want
those
to
are the
get past the
new skins,
cosmetics.
New emotes, things like that. They all look beautiful.
Yep.
Don't want to miss any of those, so keep
Nope.
your eyes open when the new update drops. All right, so now we got to move on to a very fun topic, and you're very involved with this on Twitter, as you are with everything else.
What could it be?
The game balance
Yes!
is going to be receiving.
And runway. Yeah, we want to see runway
here
too.
In the
Game balance. It's time.
no, right. You gotta situate yourself, get yourself comfortable. All right, so let's move on to game balance.
Thank you.
Let's start things off.
Run me through it.
First and foremost with the conviction here. I believe we're making some conviction.
Still getting
Yep.
nerfed.
So here's the thing with the conviction. The conviction has been one of the strongest weapons that we actually have inside a Rogue Company for a couple of patches.
Yeah.
And we've isolated where it overperforms based on its accuracy. So even though this just kind of is a broad term for lowered accuracy, what we've done here is we've reduced the
Do I have
aim
music
overloader
playing in the
accuracy
background?
and the max accuracy gain that you actually get when you fire the weapon.
No. Okay.
So we wanted to maintain.
How many are watching?
the
2236, we're going up in
identity of the gun,
viewers.
Right. We think it's a super awesome mechanic, and it also helps mitigate people who kind of re-peek or kind of try to abuse.
May hurt the mouse
third-person
players?
camera
Nah.
Or third-person camera to their advantage, right? So we didn't want to take that away.
I don't feel like
But
there's
we
actually
did
that
wanna
many
make sure
mouse
that the
players.
weapon
I feel like
was
this game
performing a
is
little bit
mostly
closer
console.
to, other weapons in there, and it was by far and away the best gun that we had in our game. So we needed to make some adjustments inside of there, and we feel pretty good about the accuracy adjustment.
Yep, and that'll be hopefully a good, comfortable change there for people who love using the conviction. That's the first bit of update. The Deadeye also is receiving a bit of a change here in this next big update.
34 to 30.
So-
Oh
damage
no.
reduction, fall off damage, getting some tweaks as well.
Yeah, so the Deadeye's gone through a little bit.
longer
It's not
a-
as crazy as the MXR. Everybody knows I love the MXR. That's like my
Free
child.
tap.
But the Deadeye,
Okay.
over time, we kind of just made one change, made another change, then another.
That's a
And all of
DMR.
sudden, before
And
you
if you
knew
got
it,
weapon
this gun
mastery,
was by far and away the best DMR in class, and it really can be isolated down to 2 issues. One, the range.
You just pick up a
pretty
different
damn
gun.
Good,
Oh, it is.
right? The range is really far. And
so I
it
wonder if
mostly
all of these updates
you
are
don't have to
going
worry about the
going
fall
more
rate.
towards
The
all the
second
guns
part, which is
function the
most
same way.
important part, is that at any range, the Deadeye actually would 3-tap in your body, and then for the first 2 fall-off ranges, it could 2-tap in your head. So you never really were penalized by range, and with the time.
But
to
now
kill
it's
of
always a
this weapon,
4-shot.
The 3-tap to the body was just a little bit
Or
too
more.
easy for people. So we have just reduced that fall-off damage to bring it more in line.
Nah, maybe
So
not
you're
always. I guess if you get a
just
headshot.
guaranteed a kill at every range.
Of course, you got to still be a Deadeye to use the gun.
Oh, we'll see.
That was a good one, wasn't it?
I guess you'll
How
see.
many times has that joke been made? A million, right?
Most people don't know it's the Deadeye. They go the D3DI, and then I'm like,
I'm 90% sure I made that mistake last time.
I'm like,
And
man,
now there's a whole
didn't
new
stick.
world of puns that.
I think my
that
first
open
YouTube
themselves
video I
up
ever
here.
put
All right,
up,
so those
I
are
think I said the
Deadeye
D3DI, and then I was
that'll
like,
be
I'm an
rolling
idiot.
into
That
the next
literally
update.
says Deadeye.
Moving on to the
Not literally.
24S and the SLC.
It's hidden.
Similar ideas in their fall off damage category.
yeah. So this one is
okay.
24S and the SLC have had reduced fall-off damage.
Right.
Okay, and really, both of these guns were overperforming outside of their optimal ranges. And when I look at the community feedback, and
What's
I look on
overperforming and what's
social media,
optimal range?
the majority of people are coming to me and saying, hey, the 24S is way too good, and the data supports you. And so we are making some adjustments on the 24S and the SLC to kind of bring it more in line. The SLC wasn't as big of an offender,
Right.
Right? It was
Yeah, they're
largely
nerfing.
the
They're nerfing the
24S,
24S.
but the SLC still was a little bit too good outside of its primary range.
So fall off damage seems to be a trend here. We're gonna break that trend a little bit.
That's right.
We're gonna break that trend and then
Break the trend.
Maybe come back to it a little bit later. Sahara is the next gun in the game that is gonna have some changes being tweaked to it. Less in the fall-off damage category, more in the accuracy category.
Yeah, so the
Man.
Sahara is widely considered to be one of the most consistent assault rifles in the game, and also
Sahara,
is
the Conviction,
one of the strongest, especially by more of
both
the
getting
high-skill
reduced
players in the
accuracy
game.
because the
So
Sahara is
when
basically
we looked at the numbers and we
just
said,
less
well,
bullets than the
the data
Conviction.
points that it is a little bit more consistent than our other weapons, but it didn't seem to be isolated to the damage or the damage ranges, and so it looked like it just on average it was a little bit too consistent with its accuracy. So we have reduced the accuracy to kind of
Dallas got the Riptide
and
instead of the HRM.
Changes will make you need to be more of a Deadeye. I really slammed it in there a second time.
Woo!
Not even
Next
on the same
one.
gun. Next
Let's
one.
get
We're
through
moving
this.
on.
Move
from that one,
along.
Right, we're gonna don't worry.
How
We're gonna
long?
keep
How
things
long are we
rolling
onto
here.
this thing?
30.
28
The
minutes
next
into
weapon
this?
that's gonna be
It's
receiving
above.
some changes, and this time it's a good one.
Yeah, so here's the reality with the KA-30.
Why doesn't it say numbers?
The gun hasn't been good for a little bit, and we
Increase
apologize.
headshot and body
We
shot
love
damage?
The KA-30, and over
And
time,
improve
as
the
we added
accuracy.
more and more assault rifles, we kind of lost track of its former glory. And so the KA-30, we are increasing the headshot damage from 29 to 31. And why do you care?
29 to
about that?
31?
Well, that means that if you hit 2 headshots, you just need to hit 2 body shots in its optimal kill ranges, and you're going to be able to take down your enemies. Before, you needed to land basically all 4 headshots in order to kill them, and that was just a little bit too difficult for people. In addition to that, the KA-30, unfortunately, had the worst accuracy of all of our assault rifles.
Really?
We went ahead and we said, well, we're going to give it a little bit of a buff inside of this category. So
I feel like I always liked the KA-30.
Bring the KA-30 more in line with all of our other weapons, like the Riptide and the Nightshade.
See, but they're
and
bringing
we
everything
different
more in
armor
line.
with these changes.
All right, so those are the block of the weapons.
I mean,
in the game.
they got to make all the guns more
that'll be
similar.
good
If
for,
there's an assault
comparability. So
rifle
let's move on to
class
some
of weapons that you can choose from, they have to
non-weapony
make
things
everything
here. Some
the
game
same,
balance
basically, or very
Dallas
similar.
Losing
Time to kills, because it's just going to create a meta where everyone's
so
going to get mastered the best weapon, and they're just going to pick the best weapon. So all your guns in a category are going to have to be super similar.
Right, and that's kind of helped them a lot.
Because there's always going to be a meta gun. It's just kind of like Warzone. I guess any game, you always play with the meta gun, or you should if you're trying to, increase your chances of winning a fight.
Why the momentum comes from, in order to proc that ability over and over again, you need to get downs, right? And in order for him to stay in the fight, he kind of needs something that he can gain health. And
Reject
so the idea
meta.
is that you give him adrenaline stim instead of EMP.
Kumar, yeah.
So he's able to stay in the fight.
Got an SLC nerf, though.
More and be a little bit more dominant on the field.
Love my boy.
I was always a KA-30 over an
I think
SLC, though.
That'll work for me.
You're a Dallas guy?
I'm a big Dallas guy.
Okay.
Not Cowboys, but the in game itself.
Doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It just sucks that they're like the most profitable and the best overall.
And they're on Hard Knocks this year. Unreal. Unbelievable. Moving on to a different rogue, Seeker. Passive getting some changes. 2 times damage now on Seeker's passive.
Yeah, so this is one that we are looking for a lot of feedback from the community on this one. Through all the surveys, Seeker is one of the more requested characters to get a buff, and a lot of the general trend
is Seeker bad?
That, hey, we would really bounce body shots are already so difficult. Can we have them kill enemies? And so this is something that we want a lot of feedback on from the PTS, so please make sure you
Holy
dedicate
nuts.
some time to play this and give us feedback on it.
So we'll see how that affects Seeker and make some changes moving forward.
Seeker, one of the worst rogues?
C4.
That's
Since when?
I also love the C4, tossing that one out, getting some kills here, but it's going to be receiving some changes in this update.
Yep, so here's the thing with C4. C4, originally, really strong. Little floaty.
Yeah.
It was kind of like you could throw like a Frisbee and then it kind of landed.
Yep.
And then we kind of brought it back. And so
They're going to make it so that when you bounce an arrow,
like a little bit of a middle area.
it's an
The goal
insta-kill?
with these C4 changes are there's been a lot of complaints around when I throw the C4, it feels like it takes forever for it to hit the ground, right? It's just like
2
why
times
won't it hit the
damage
ground?
on Seeker
So
damage?
we reworked how you throw the C4.
0 minutes of
gave
playtime
more
for you?
weight, but we also maintained the same distance.
Nice.
So now when you throw it, it's going to go
I
up
always
and
thought it
it's
was
gonna
super
land a little
strong.
bit quicker. In addition to that, these changes make it so the C4 gets shot out of your hand less. So you get a more consistent C4 experience. Because ultimately, a lot of the times when you have the C4, you're in here, someone's around the corner, you're like, oh, okay, and you throw it,
Right.
But when you get here, you die, or you throw it, and then you're waiting, and you're like, please, just let me and then you die. But now, both of those scenarios, you throw it, what up?
Boom. That's a nice quality of
Wait,
life
hold on,
change.
what?
Yep.
And so I think C4 in a bit of a better spot. Now,
C4 you
one
can...
final bit of game balance that's being changed, not with
They
a
changed...
rogue or a weapon or a
What
gadget,
exactly?
but,
I missed that.
timer in King of
You
the
can
Hill,
blow it up in the air?
receiving
Or
a
it
bit
just
of a
doesn't, like,
increase.
flip
It was
around
5
and stuff?
seconds,
Throw
now
speed
7
buff? Okay,
seconds
thank
in
you.
King of the Hill.
Yeah, there's
Faster
a
to
big
land after
shout-out to
throwing.
a lot of
Okay.
competitive guys out there, so Cannibals, Gronky, Cool Matt, a lot of the other people who always kind of weigh in. Rome is a big contributor there. Radthar as well.
Oh, yeah!
A big piece of feedback on King of the Hill 4v4, which is played competitively on the weekends for our tournaments, is, hey, you know, sometimes it doesn't feel like we have a respawn time at all. And when we kill the enemy team, and sometimes it might be an advantage for them, could we see what it's like if we had a longer respawn time? We took that in consideration. We tested a lot of different times, and we ended up increasing the overall respawn time from 5 seconds to 7 seconds. And it actually does create a much more competitive experience, but also a more enjoyable experience.
Hey, and don't die, and this won't affect you, right? That's how that
pretty
goes?
much.
That's how that goes.
Just don't die.
Don't die in King of
Just
the Hill.
don't die,
You
bro.
don't have to worry about the increased respawn time. All right, so that's it for the game balance section of the big update,
It is a
the
long
big
one.
runway update.
Okay.
Don't worry, Scott Gandhi, we're getting there.
That was
One final
balanced.
thing we've got to talk about.
It's the time.
and
Was
it's the
there
big
anything
one.
from
The,
balancing you
I was
guys
gonna
thought
say
should have been
way
there?
run, but I want to make sure that it's very clean.
That
and
was, like,
clear.
glaringly obvious.
Let's
We should have
talk
talked
the
about
new
that, like,
rogue
fixer.
being added into the game. Runway finally
Yes.
makes her appearance after what I noted was the appearance in the first ever video
Wow.
way back when the
Yeah,
game was announced. Now we get to see Runway in game.
Oh, it's so exciting to see.
That's amazing. I'm mostly
literally
impressed
The entire Rogue Company development team
that
has been eagerly waiting
she,
to put Runway, a.k.a. the Shopkeep, a.k.a.
Wow, I kinda
the
called that
Arms
one.
Dealer, into our game. And so you guys can read the bio when it comes out.
interesting.
Into the game,
I didn't know
but
that Runway would actually end up being this chick.
This one, I want to take a second and just say this has been one.
But they teased this with literally their opening, one of their first YouTube videos. It's called Runway. And it has the arms dealer chick,
They're
this
gonna do
lady,
the
which I
shop.
guess is
You know,
Runway.
We had a year of when are
It's
they gonna do
interesting.
the arms dealer? And then recently it was, oh my god, the arms dealer is in the game. That's the silver-haired lady from the cinematic.
Throw a briefcase that
And
grants
then
infinite
from there,
ammo
we'll
and
start rolling
refills
out the
gadgets.
ability and
Oh,
and
Jesus.
This has
How long
been
does that last on
such
the ground?
an unbelievably incredible journey to work on.
What?
Very tough character to get right.
Yep.
Carry two
throughout all the
primary
iterations,
weapons?
definitely one of the ones that was a little bit harder.
That's your-
for
okay.
us because, you know, we already knew who she was.
Sure.
You know, and then the players are.
What do you do during pistol
A
rounds?
little bit of the difficulty there was sometimes through.
Guess we'll find
design
out.
iteration, what you end up doing
What's up,
is
Yellow?
move away entirely from a concept. So like arms dealer, right? If that wasn't working out for us, you know, sometimes we would be like, okay, you know what? She's not going to be an arms dealer. It's going to be something else. But for this one, we had to stay true to it, and we turned out getting something pretty awesome.
Yeah, it looks incredible. I was one of those people, literally when we started talking about it, I was like, wait, I saw her on the cinematic. Now I get to see her in game. Awesome. So probably had enough time at this point to read those abilities. Let's,
Assault
let's jump
rifle
into
and a
the
sniper
armor.
rifle.
What
The
is it?
Hydra.
Is her
The
primary
new.
weapon. P12K, Katana, Trip Mine, and Semtex. But look at
Look
that AR.
at it.
My good. Already 13 downs for Brad here with the Hydra. Looks
Yeah,
good.
Brad's been working out. So
Is that not
for
just
those
like a
of you who
reskin
saw the
Sahara?
cinematic, which is basically
That look-
just
Everyone,
watching
If
that
you put
right
those side by side, I'd probably have
this
a tough
is
time.
The weapon that's modeled after the one that was inside of that cinematic. In the cinematic, we called it the Mamba. The Mamba, obviously.
Fortnite gamers? That's what I'm thinking of.
Exact same experience. This is a slow-firing,
100%.
heavy-hitting assault rifle. It packs a
Oh,
punch.
feels good. Yeah.
It is. It's the
It
Scar.
is,
Ooh.
as the
Fortnite
kids
gamers.
say, chunky.
The downs
I was gonna
challenge
say chunky, so I'm glad
says
you said
30
it.
downs
Sorry.
now? What
I
the
don't know if
heck?
kids actually say that. I just am kind of pulling
Am
it
I a
up.
kid? I don't know.
Oh, do you have to get to like
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
10?
kid.
I mean,
I say chunky.
I'll be 32 in September, so.
I don't know,
Look, I say
man.
chunky, and I think that adds.
God, look how
something.
good
Oh,
that
it's
looks.
mastery
looks
points on
incredible, doesn't it?
top.
And so, that
So you have
adds
to
a
get
little
5
bit to the
mastery
range.
points.
There is something to be said.
If you down 30 enemies, you
At the
get
risk of saying it too many times, there is
6
something to be
mastery
said.
points. Is that how that works? So then
Very
you'd go up to
good
10
feeling,
mastery points, so
slow-firing,
you would go up.
Chunky damage
and
dealing
you'd get
AR,
the
right? It's
Hydra
more
unlock.
accurate. It just
Okay.
it just feels good. The feeling.
It's a
when playing with
chonky
a
gun.
like that
And
is just incredible. And hey, you're gonna get some of these mastery rewards.
It shows off all of these skins so perfectly.
It does.
Because of how much
A lot of
extra
surface
building.
area.
Yeah, it's got so much surface area.
Oh man.
Truly great.
Yeah, this is gonna be my day one mastery. I'm
Woo!
gonna be the Hydra master after a few
Hail
hours.
Hydra.
Okay,
Maybe.
so Brad, let's bring it back. Let's bring it all the way back.
Yeah, that's right.
Bring it back.
Go up to the bio
A
real quick.
katana?
All right, so we're up to the bio now.
Okay.
We're going rogue here.
I had to get out of the memory lane.
I feel like she should have like
Now.
a dagger.
The role. This is our first hybrid support. And so what that means is technically she has a support, but she has the ability to kind of take over a game if she wants to, or if she needs to, if her team wants it.
Yep.
So starting off with the passive, fully loaded. Runway is able to equip both her primary weapons. Now the second primary weapon actually replaces your pistol. If you
Right.
do want your pistol, you can go to it.
And she's
In
AR and
addition
sniper.
to that, this is our third sniper class that we've actually put together inside of here. So, Runway, when you purchase this, and we'll check it out here in a second. When
Dang,
you
man.
purchase one weapon, you get both of them. When you upgrade one, you upgrade both of them.
Kind of get the
So
best
you
of
are
all
upgrading
worlds
both
then. You
at
can
the
snipe
exact
and
same
you can
time.
run an AR.
The ability, we'll show
Now
it
we need a
off
rogue
in-game
that can
as to
build.
how
We need
it
a rogue
works,
that can
but
crank some hot
just know
90s.
that it's special.
Infinite ammo and refilling gas.
Need a third sniper rifle?
I think.
Come on, man.
It's literally right there.
Nah, man.
You're right. That's on me. I said it and it wasn't obvious enough. All right. So
They could
Runway's got
change the,
abilities, the passives.
oh,
Look
what
at
was the weapon
armory
that
a little
Seeker
bit.
has?
If we jump down to the perks.
His DMR. They
I
could
see
change
what
that thing into a
Runway is gonna be
sniper.
rolling with in game. Berserker, padded steps, helping hand, nimble hands, tracker rounds, and headshot.
Want a rogue that sends
So nice,
decoys?
A suite of perks there for Runway.
Yeah, they complement the kit really well. The big one was making sure Berserker fit on her.
Mirage, yeah.
Because you had
From
two
Apex,
primary
the Aaron. Yeah, the
Going
Aaron. They
through
could
this,
just make
this
the
is
Aaron a
master
sniper
rewards.
rifle.
Again,
Because you've got two guns that are the two sniper rifles we have are bolt action.
The avatar showing off the briefcase ability, the mastery emote.
I think it'd be a good idea to have one that's more of like a quick firing semi-auto.
Yeah.
I did.
Still
She looks
scoped?
badass, doesn't
She
she?
does.
The little snap of the finger.
Double
the
primary
briefcase,
weapon?
Opens. That's the mastery.
And padded steps?
This
Yep.
is probably the
Imagine
best.
if it actually meant she dual wields the double primary weapon, not that she can carry both.
So, who you're seeing.
We're gonna get
Oh,
there.
yeah. Okay. All right. You baited me. You baited me.
All right, mastery
I bet you
rewards,
a little
cool,
bit.
That
neat.
is
That's on
the
me.
border.
That's
Yep.
on me. When I'm
Gun runner.
I have the ability to do that.
All right.
sometimes. And there's your epic title mastery badge, as well. Look, you gotta sow a little intrigue into the mix here.
I'll miss the perks.
Who was that, you might ask? But we're gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna jump into the
Yeah,
shooting
it's-
range here. See
I
how she
can't believe they
feels.
haven't made it so you
Take
can
a
just
look.
change
I'm
rogues in the shooting
high
range yet. That's nuts.
anticipation Around seeing this high.
And what are we at? We're at 40 minutes for
God,
this
look at
thing?
her.
AR and sniper. That's a fun combo as well. And then plenty of ARs to unlock through the weapons mastery system. Then a
All right,
couple
here we go.
snipers to get in there as well. And I can see on your face, and you know, I know the viewers at home can't, the pride around having Runway finally come into the
They're
game.
making a big deal
Yeah.
about this chick when the game needs so much help. Yeah, I think that's how I'd sum it up too.
Yeah. One of the more
They made
difficult
a
ones.
a 30-something minute deal out of cosmetics and I guess weapon mastery, which I don't know. We'll see how that plays out in the game. It's hard to like judge some of this stuff when you first see it.
I'd be wrong if I didn't.
You got to kind of see how things play out with time, but they are moving away from the uniqueness of unique feel of each rogue kind of having their own weapons and perks and gadgets and stuff. Everything's going towards a global.
So here's how it works. So Runway has a custom shop experience. So
Ooh.
Brad, go ahead and buy the
Cosmetics seem more important than the game's performance. That's pretty
When you buy the
typical
Hydra
for
boat, now go
high-res
ahead and
games,
close
which
the
is why a
shop.
lot of
You get
people
both of them.
You do get
And you'll see both
just don't
are
support
Hydras on
the
your back.
games after a certain amount of time, or they
Snipers
don't even
out.
want to get
You can flip
invested.
between these two. You have it from this
because that's a big
point on.
reason why
Now, Brad,
Realm
go ahead and
Royale.
open the shop.
I watched a YouTube video recently.
go ahead and
It
hit
was
swap under
the guy,
assault
whoever the guy is that
rifle.
does Death of a Game. He did
So,
one for Realm
if-
Royale.
Once you have all those unlocked, you can actually choose.
And it was concerning because as I was
different
watching that
assault
whole
rifles you're
YouTube
opting,
video,
but
I
you
was
cannot
seeing,
have
I was like, this is
sniper
exactly what's
right?
happening
It
with
doesn't
Rogue
give you that
Company right
still
now.
locked into an
Like, I
assault
don't know if you
rifle
guys ever watched
and
Octane Pro,
But if I were to
but
swap
he
out
always
for a
talked
new
about
AR, it
how
would come in as
the game was
low
following in the
tier
steps of
one
Realm Royale, and me never
imagine
being
same
in
for tier
Realm
two.
Royale,
Yeah,
I was like, whatever. I mean, we'll see how this game goes.
You'll have
And it's
that when you unlock.
totally
Yep.
following the same route.
Okay. Now, Brad, go ahead and buy
Like, they
a
took
separate
away
screen.
everything
Let's
that
get
was
ready to
unique
show
about
off
Realm
this
Royale,
ability, shall
tried
we?
to chase after. They
And
took away
really, again,
abilities
big
at one
shout
point,
out
which just
here
killed the
to,
player base on that
UI
game.
team and the client
And that
team.
game hasn't had an update in 2
Making
years.
this happen. There's a lot of extra work to really sell this.
I think there's something like
master
800 total
They did a
active
great
players
job.
on
So,
PC.
Here's the ability. So, supply on
You get both
demand
primary upgrades at
gives
once?
Runway
Yeah. That's the new thing with
deploy on the ground.
all
And
primaries.
So Brad is going to go ahead and throw it. You can throw it a pretty short distance. And
All right, so how's this thing
there's been
work?
a lot of confusion as to how this is going to work, right?
Okay, so it
Because,
speeds up.
some of it got data mined, and so that normally that
Data
may
mined?
leads to some confusion. So what you see
Kramar!
here is that there are two
What the
bullet
nuts are you
icons
doing?
in the middle.
Yep.
Only 2 people can interact.
You're destroying
Runway is
everything.
always able to or Runway can be one of those people who interact.
Hold X to restore ammo and
That's a
gadgets.
team choice.
Okay, so just do
So
it.
It's not just for her team; it's for her and her team. Now,
Everything's so
when
drawn
you
out. Just hold
interact with
X.
this, you are going to
Press
get,
the X button.
if
Thank
you.
you.
Have purchased a gadget, you are going to get max supply of those gadgets, and you're also going to get infinite ammo. You can tell you have infinite ammo by looking at the right.
Do you have to stay in that little circle though?
And seeing that blue bar, and this also applies to friendly players as well.
Yep. And a
It's
bullet
that
will land
fast?
on your little refresh
Oh.
thing, and so you're able to keep track of
Oh my
who's
god.
upgraded or who has refilled themselves
Exactly.
as the game goes on.
So, Brad, let's get into the fun part here.
Oh
Hydra
god.
In the next
Oh, you're not going to see it.
30 seconds,
You need to, Brad. Don't shoot it. Don't shoot
Kramar,
it.
they took shots at you because you
Brad, go ahead and buy a trip mine.
they took shots at the data
Yes.
mining community.
It's okay. It's all about the ability right now. We'll show the Hydra here. in
Yeah,
a
that's her
second.
ultimate.
So, whatever version of gadget you purchase, right? That's what you get.
Oh
as
look,
copies
look,
of.
look.
So,
They're above me.
Now Brad's
Look,
going to go
look.
through
All
all
right,
of his
there.
gadgets.
Now you can
Use
see them
every
too.
single one of them, right? Brad, go ahead and interact with it.
Oh
again.
wait, no, I'll
He's
pretend. Hold
got
on.
all of his trip mines, and he also has all of the Semtex as well, and those are max level. For those of you who don't know, which is probably a decent amount, you can only have 3 trip mines, or yeah, you can only have 4 trip mines.
Where's
out
Brad?
at one
Give me a
given
kiss,
time.
Brad. Well,
If
oh,
you
he's
do
over
more
here.
than
Brad,
that,
give me a kiss.
One of them is going to get.
Give me a kiss, Brad.
And so Brad, because he's like screaming at me here.
Brad.
And in shooting range, this doesn't.
Look how
actually
happy Brad
right
is. It's
way.
so fun playing with Brad. Brad! Holy shit, did you guys see what
let's shoot
Brad
the
went?
Hydra.
Brad's gone.
that was satisfying. All right, time is
Brad!
I yelled at.
He's
Scott
gone, dude. I don't
Godkin.
know where he
Now I
went.
get to take a
Brad,
look at
don't
the
shoot
Hydra.
anybody yet. Shoot
Fucking
off
Brad,
into the
dude.
distance. Chunk.
Why don't they shoot it?
Even
Oh,
the,
they.
even the sound. I don't even need to. I don't even
Brad's
need
back.
to hear the hit markers yet. Just the way that sounds, and I got to admit, seeing this for the first time, feels like the recoil is right about enough as well. You know, it kind of kicks you back a little bit, but
This is fully upgraded too.
Right.
So,
not overwhelming, you know, necessarily.
Yeah.
But it's got a
Of course,
nice little
right.
kick
Yeah,
to
let's-
it, and it.
there you go. Let's check out just the base level.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, we'll start off with the base here. You know, it's chunky. Now, Brad, lay into somebody.
Brad, lay into him.
Please.
You know, so this assault rifle has the most.
Oh
range.
my god.
Yeah,
That's
that feels
chonky.
good.
Now, Brad, go ahead and upgrade this thing.
I don't know if
Show
that'll be
'em what we're
good.
really
Yeah,
working
that's
with.
base level.
That's base. We're not here for
Brad,
just
what were
base.
you thinking?
Now pump the base up. Give me 4 tiers.
Oh, that's not nearly
Look
as
at
bad.
that, 32.
32?
We actually have a balance change because 32 is a little bit too good already.
Yeah,
You'll
no
see that in
shit.
the PTS, it's actually 30. Don't worry about that right now. Balance team doing a good job.
Okay, it'll be at 30.
Can you put it on 32 for my account only? Can
Yeah,
you
of
leave it
course.
on 32?
I can do whatever you want.
That'd be sweet.
I actually don't think I can do literally any of that, but I
No,
like
it's
the idea
important
of it.
probably to say that you can't and you won't.
Yep.
Because there are probably implications there if people thought otherwise. But yes, this looks and feels. I don't even have to be playing with it to know that it feels.
Brad's
good.
not even
The
using his
audio
hands,
team, I
bro.
think, did a wonderful job.
Can you see this?
Yeah,
Brad wasn't even using his hands there. He's getting kills.
Yeah,
God, he's
both of them
good.
Doing just an absolutely incredible job for us. They also
26 to the
respond very
nuts.
well to me
It's looking
when
good.
I need it to sound like a god shooting the gun.
Well, and that's so
they're
important.
like, oh, I
They're
get
like,
it.
Yeah, I get it. And that's so important, isn't it? When it's one thing if audio sometimes
It's
I
gonna
think
be
is
strong.
underappreciated. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
All right,
one
so here's the
thing-
pay to win.
You have this gun that you see the numbers.
Here's the
pop up
pay to
and
win
they're-
thing that you got to do,
they're
right?
Chunky. If we're
You
sticking
need
with
to
the trend that we've
first
established here.
purchase
But to really tie everything
Runway,
together, you
buy
need the
Runway.
audio,
Now
you
that
need
you
the
have
sound.
purchased Runway, hopefully
I
with
think
Rogue
the
Bucks,
Hydra
because
will
that's the way we
give
want you to
it
purchase
sounds-
things, not for free.
Sounds
Of course, right?
Now,
Tracking very
Once you do that,
we
then you
haven't
unlock
done
this OP
yet.
Hydra gun, and then you do weapons mastery for all the other rogues that have an assault rifle.
gun.
If we
We've
just
got
go through a
Boom!
couple,
Then you
know,
rip it off of
This will give
this
you a
chick.
sense
What's her
of,
name? Runway.
Runway's
Everybody's got the Hydra.
Yep.
Everyone's running the Hydra. Everyone's getting downed in 2 bullets. Woo! Feels good. Oh boy. Buy rogues, get rogues with the 1-year pass. Hey, 1-year pass ain't a bad deal. If you're trying to give them money, that's probably the way to do it, honestly. Is just to get the pass for the rogue.
I owe you an apology.
Pay to win, baby.
What did you expect?
That's my favorite.
What did you expect? These are so good.
This is why I never thought it was a good idea to have rogues
See, I don't know,
behind
all that tracks
a
in my mind
paywall
because
or an unlock
like
wall.
What did you expect?
Because when something like this happens, or there's a rogue that's super OP,
rich British lady, but
it takes so long to unlock them if you're a new player.
She is, but
Yep.
then she'll turn around and shoot you in the face with a gun, and
You know it.
I think that
Let's nerf the conviction. It's too strong.
Yeah,
Brings out the Hydra.
The voice work as well.
Yeah.
For Runway. Thumbs up all
Oh,
around.
Corinne
God.
actually is the one who did a lot of the VO work on here, and she did just writing the script. And she
I
did
can't believe they have a restore ammo and
Now,
gadgets
Some
button.
of you are probably wondering,
The spam.
can Glitch hack?
The grenade spam.
Yes, Glitch can
That is a good
obviously
question.
hack this.
Glitch can hack it?
EMPs
All right.
Obviously will destroy it.
EMPs
Players
destroy
can
it?
shoot to destroy it as
How much
well.
health?
So there is a decent amount of counterplay.
All right, well, that's at
inside
least
of this.
better.
And you can destroy it if you really want to, like, kind of make your team.
Okay, so that was what, 4 or 5
So,
shots, and those
sorry,
all
go ahead.
did.
Shall we
It's like 100 health.
show off the Runway
120.
cosmetics at this point?
Yeah, I think at this point, we've done the Hydra, we've shown the shop, we've shown the passive, we've shown the ability.
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point,
She's got headstrong.
Well, look, the viewers have been teased for so long. I said, "Who's that?"
Yeah, we've only been teased for what are we at? 48 minutes.
No doubt that's still in the back of
49
their
and a
minds.
half.
There's no way that flew under the radar. So eventually, we're gonna have to reveal exactly who that was.
Do it.
Unfortunately, it's not gonna be the first one that we show off. We're gonna have to wait a
Come
little bit
on.
longer. Me and my rabid excitement about seeing the Hydra. Everyone's gonna have to wait to see who that lady was in the game banner there. All right, so the first one we're gonna get to look at here, Gilded Runway.
She's
Am I
so
good?
regal.
Right, I was gonna say. I mean,
It's like straight out of Pirates of the
ties in with
Caribbean.
The voice pack so well, so regal. Got the white gloves.
I'll stop
on.
with the notes show. I need to make a
That's what it
summary.
You have to be just so full of swag to pull off white gloves.
You think you could pull off white gloves?
Absolutely not.
No, I
Too
don't
basic.
think I could either. I don't have a chance
My
in
wife?
the world.
Probably.
Probably.
She's got way more swag than me.
Yeah, this and Runway's got swag to boot. It kind of looks like there.
Yo, they
I don't know what that
they
means,
better
but
come out
yes.
with like
I've
a
always
pirate.
just assumed that meant like extra. You've
Skin
got
for that
extra
one.
Swag. It's definitely something I've said before.
I just bought the
hopefully
RoboCop man.
I'm using it right.
Should've waited.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't trust me, but you can trust me in that I'm finally going to reveal exactly who that was in the banner a little bit earlier
Yes.
on. Gun Runner Runway is going to be the next skin
This is the special
that we
one.
get to take a look at.
What
and there
the
she
heck?
is. Who is that?
This is
She looks so
young
different.
Runway. This is so when
That's like a
Runway,
completely
very
different
beginning
rogue,
of her
dude.
career,
Like-
this is what Runway used to look like. She has aged gracefully, but on character release, you will be able to purchase a legendary skin for her, which is the younger version of her.
Alright.
And
I feel like she like
just
kind of looks younger, but her
so
face
awesome.
still looks
This
pretty
was definitely
old.
One of those pieces where the art team got fired up, the
Yep.
senior leadership got excited about this one, and it was, well, let's deliver something truly special here and try to get
Her face still looked like it
legendary
had the
skin
same
on
face,
the
kind of like
release of this
structure-wise,
character,
just
and
less like wrinkles.
what we were able to pull off is truly awesome.
Yeah, Runway deserves it. Some awesome skins there for Runway. This has been
It's like that. You don't
actually
know if
pretty
she's 25
little,
or
little update. coming into the rogue
55.
company here.
It's
This is
not,
the
it's
Runway
not
update.
little.
Yeah, no, it's beefy. I
Taking
say
years
little, and that's a
It looks like
everyone's life.
old Runway
Right,
had
so
plastic
we got
surgery to
what?
look
Weapon
like young
mastery,
Runway.
Yep.
new shooting range.
Yep.
Plastic surgery,
skin,
Runway
new
skin,
skins
500
being added into the
Robux.
game,
Now on
know
the
it.
store.
bunch of weapon balance.
All of it.
And also a new rogue getting added in Runway. Scott, I'll give you
Is that
the
it?
floor here. Any kind of final thoughts on this update? I
Give me your
imagine
final
you're excited
thoughts, and
for
I'll give you
players
my
to get
final
in, Try out
thoughts.
the weapon masteries, try out the new rogues. I'll hand it over to you. Any last
Yeah,
thoughts on this?
one of the most important pieces for all of our updates, especially when it comes to
Why don't they go through like bugs and stuff?
We want to hear from you. We want the feedback. Let us know. How do you like weapon mastery? What do you think of those weapon milestones inside of there?
I
Do
feel
you
like
those
I feel
cosmetics?
like
What do you
the
think of
community,
Runway?
when I go
All
on
of these
Twitter, when I go on
pieces,
Reddit, and I have seen what the
know
community
on our
says,
side that
they say
weapon
don't do these
mastery is gonna
things.
introduce a good amount of balance in issues inside of there, and we did a pretty good job, we believe, of hitting a couple of the most offending weapons.
A lot of people
And
were
so
really
we wanna
against
make
this
sure
weapon
we
mastery
open
thing. I'm
dialogue
surprised that it's going
between
through.
The design
They
and
want you to
rogue
listen to
development
the,
team,
if they
and
were listening to
if
our
you guys get in there and you experience any issues,
our
feel free
thoughts,
to
I feel
reach
like
out to
this
me,
would have
post
never
it
came into the
directly on
game.
Social media. We want to hear from you.
And so, you know, with any big update that we've now established
I don't know.
is a big update, come big changes, and feedback then, of course, is important. Guys, we can't wait for you to get into the game, try out all of these new things, and, of course, give us your feedback. And,
It's like when they did the
Scott
time to
Gotti,
kill
thanks for sitting
update,
down with
and
me
everyone was like, I don't
discussing
like this.
the
And they're like,
Runway
oh,
update. Can they see
okay.
that? Does that track on camera?
Well, I guess we'll take it out then.
Oh, he socked me in the face, and I got to go, I don't know.
I want to
clean up
read the
20,000
complete
stuff. But
patch
anyway,
notes. You
thanks
post the
everyone
link
for
on Twitter.
watching. The
All right.
Runway update show's been
Let's check
Dolphin
it.
and Scott Gandhi bringing it to
Twitter,
you. Make sure to
Kumar
tune in
/
next time for the
Here,
next
here.
update. We'll see you in
RC.
the game. Goodbye.
New Rogue Runway has the, as we saw, the what looks to be quite strong Hydra. And then for perks, Berserker, Padded Steps, Helping Hand, Nimble Hands, Tracker Rounds, and Headstrong. Okay. I feel like that's pretty balanced. I think it makes sense kind of with her theme too. Padded Steps is good. Tracker Rounds and Headstrong are both really good. And I really like Berserker. I don't know how many people pick up Berserker, but I always pick it up. The briefcase looks super strong. I mean, if you throw that thing behind a wall, good luck blowing that thing up, especially if you have somebody that has... I wonder when you throw it, is that considered a throwable? Did they say? I don't think they did. If an active protection system can just suck it in, like just vacuum that thing in real quick. Weapon Mastery, we pretty much covered all of Weapon Mastery. The reactive weapon wraps are pretty cool. They have that in a lot of other games. They finally got that done. It's been some time. They have some some weapon changes with the Deadeye, 24S, K830, SLC, Sahara. Basically, the Conviction, Deadeye, 24S, SLC, and Sahara are all getting nerfed, and then the K830 is getting some buffs, which I think will be interesting. They probably have to bring, like I said multiple times, they're going to have to bring all the guns together because now everyone can have access to any weapon. So everyone's going to want to everyone's going to want to get the Hydra. Replace EMP with an adrenaline shot. Wow, so we're going to have some cracked out G Fuel snorting Dallas is out there. Interesting. Okay. Seeker, passive deals 2 times damage now. Okay, so that's for grenades and... Jeez. Grenades and for his bow. So the bow will now down anything. Yeah, anyone. It'll down anyone if it ricochets. Jesus. All right, and then C4 is getting a buff, which is interesting to me because in the past, C4 was the most hated explosive gadget out there by a long shot. I'm very interested to see how this plays out because people hated C4. They nerfed the shit out of C4 in the past. I don't know. That's Runway PTS patch notes. Your TLDR version. Too long. Didn't read. Didn't watch. TLDW. That's the quick version, I guess. Oh, and then they updated the shooting range with stuff. You still can't actually rotate through rogues in the shooting range, which is interesting. Okay, that's that. Wait, whoa, they've got a creators tab? Oh, this probably doesn't have any of us on there, does it? No, it's just, okay. All right, well,